Hello and welcome to the Tully High School Class of 2020 Senior Celebration. My name is Marianne Murphy and I am the principal at Tully Junior Senior High School. Will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem as performed by Nathaniel Cattell on his alto saxophone.
This Tully class of 2020 has never had it easy. Most of us came into this world when or just following when the Twin Towers went crashing down, while the entire country was in mourning. Since elementary school, we have been told countless times that we were the most difficult class. For example, in 6th grade when we got mechanical pencils banned for making slingshots out of them, or in 3rd grade when somehow our entire class got time out from recess. Nevertheless, I think what makes this class different is also what makes us special. When I look at the 50 or so soon-to-be graduates on this stage, I see a group of strong, smart, and caring young adults who have never been afraid to show Tully, and soon the world, who they are. In the beginning of this year, we were a class full of high hopes. Whether we were hoping to become closer with more of our classmates during our last year in Tully, or focused on figuring out our future job, school, or major, or even if some of us were simply hoping to enjoy what should be the most memorable years of our lives. No matter what the world threw at us, I never saw this class lose hope. Within the last few months, we have watched as rainforests in almost all of Australia caught fire. We would hear talk of World War III starting. We witnessed the spread of coronavirus and stood by as it put an end to our senior year. And now we are living through our generation's human rights movement as a result of police brutality. I don't need to remind anyone here how hard it has been for this class to live through these things during this particular time especially, because we all already know and are reminded of it constantly. But I would like to focus on the fact that through it all, the young adults and soon-to-be graduates continue to grow and remain resilient. With the help of our families, community, and school, we were able to make the most of the situation we have been put in, and we did everything we could to continue to enjoy our senior year. These hardships gave us the opportunity to appreciate everything others have taken for granted, and that is exactly what we did. For me personally, during all of this, I began to focus less on perfection and success and more on appreciating this valuable time and my happiness. I think this goes to show what kind of people we will be now that we are entering the real world and beginning to make lives for ourselves. Life is going to be full of hardships, but what I hope we all get out of this is that we are able to remember that every conflict we will face will make the next easier to get through. We are not just the class that was canceled because of COVID-19, we are the class that stayed strong through it. I can't wait to see all the amazing things each and every one of us do and the change that we bring to the world. I am so honored that I can say I was the president of this class and I am able to welcome you all to the ceremony meant to celebrate all of our hard work. Congratulations, class of 2020. You deserve nothing but excellence.
I offer my sincerest congratulations to the members of our senior class for completing their high school education with an eye towards a future that is wide open for attaining hopes and dreams that have developed over the last 13 years. Seniors, every interaction, every event, every relationship, everything you do shapes who you are as a person. As an educator, it is always my wish for students to learn and grow from these experiences. Life truly is full of ups and downs, and this last spring of your high school career has really put you to one final test. It is how you choose to think about the ups and downs in terms of growth that will provide you insight into who you truly are becoming as you move on to the next part of your life. I sincerely wish each and every one of you the best of luck in finding happiness in your life, passion in your career, and determination to become the best version of yourself possible. I truly believe the education you have received so far has provided you with all of the tools and skills necessary to be successful. I would like to thank the class of 2020 for being leaders and doers in the area of academics, music, athletics, student council, and so on. It's been a privilege and a pleasure watching you grow. Class of 2020, you were born on the heels of the terrorist attacks on the United States that occurred on September 11th, 2001. You were born into a world where you've only known our country to be at war. And now the COVID-19 pandemic essentially obliterated the spring of your senior year. This time of year is one that all students look forward to with great enthusiasm and perhaps a little trepidation. While each of these things seems like a downer, I would like to point out that there are many good things that have also happened during your lifetime. The ever-popular iPhone came into being the year you entered kindergarten. While cell phones were already popular at the time, the iPhone revolutionized cellular communication as well as creating a boom in the way we use apps, particularly social media. Google came to be the most popular way to search the World Wide Web, so much so that the term Google is now a verb. In your lifetime, you have always known how to navigate yourself from place to place using GPS, usually found on the aforementioned cell phone. An added bonus here is that you never had to learn how to fold a paper map, a skill that to this day is mastered only by a select few. The time has come for you to take all of your experiences and everything you learned in our small town and apply it to the greater community and to the world. Go do great things. I know that you are ready. Congratulations to the Tully class of 2020. Thank you.
Good evening. I have two things I would like to say to the members of the class of 2020. First, congratulations. I know I speak on behalf of the entire Tully School community when I say we are proud of you and we are behind you 100% as you transition into the next stage in your life. Second, these past 3 months have been very unusual. On the one hand, they have been filled with anxiety, fear, and loss. Specifically, the loss of many of the wonderful things that typically happen during the last 3 months of the school year. The anxiety and fear will fade over time as we grow accustomed to our new normal living with the coronavirus. The loss, however, will linger. On the other hand, these past 3 months have been filled with opportunities. For example, for me, I've had the opportunity to become proficient running Zoom meetings. I've also had the opportunity to spend more time with a small group of people who are very important to me. This group has included my wife, a small group of friends, and the members of our Tully administrative team. Certainly, it is important that we recognize the anxiety, fear, and loss that we have all experienced over these past 3 months. However, I think it is more important and healthier to choose to focus on the opportunities that we have been presented with during this time period. So my hope for you, members of the class of 2020, is that as you look back on this period of time, you recognize the anxiety, fear, and loss, but that you choose to remember the opportunities. And I hope that going forward, when life gives you lemons, you continue to choose to make lemonade. Congratulations. We will miss you, and we are behind you 100%.
Hello all, my name is Ian Byrne. First, I'd like to thank all the teachers, staff, administration, families, and most importantly, the class of 2020 for making my time at Tully an amazing and memorable experience. To this day, I remember being in 6th grade, sitting in the cafeteria in the elementary school, and an administrator wanted to talk to the entire class. That person told us that this, the class of 2020, is the worst grade I've ever seen in my 20-some-odd years of teaching. I don't know if my fellow graduates remember this, but I've never forgotten it. It has resonated with me since the time it was spoken. Now, I'm not trying to denounce anyone by saying this. In fact, I applaud this person for telling our class this opinion, because the haters are the best motivators. When crossing over the football field, all of the high school teachers were warned about our chaotic class. But now, I'm happy to say that we have pleasantly surprised many of them. I'm not saying we are the best class, even though I do believe it, or that we never have our ups and downs, but we have come a long way through our Tully journey. We were never dealt a great hand and had to overcome many challenges throughout our 13 years, but we've never been able to not only overcome, but also thrive in many of these curveballs thrown to us since kindergarten. Some things as little as signing our names on documents used to be a challenge, because learning cursive was stopped when we were entering 3rd grade. Once again, I'm not complaining about this because I know that we will be able to handle all that life throws at us as we move on to the next chapters of our lives. We have spent almost 75% of our lives together as one group. We have grown, adapted, won, lost, celebrated, wept, and shared some of the best moments of our lives together. One thing that never wavered during this time was our ability to push onward. What we have all accomplished at Tully is just a small dent in what is still to come. Recently, I read the letter I wrote to my senior self from when I was in 6th grade. I realized that I've changed a lot, but at the same time, I haven't changed a bit. I still hold true to many of my core passions and beliefs. It is important to always stay true to yourself, but also to adjust to your ever-evolving character. When I was 8 years old, I began water skiing and thought it was the coolest feeling to be able to walk on water. Over time, I continued to customize and improve my skiing skills until I was able to ski on one ski. I continued to push my limits and determine what I was capable of doing by pulling harder and cutting deeper into the water. Many times, it would end up with me cartwheeling across the water and crashing, but that was the only way to get better at it. After redefining my abilities with one ski, it was time to take the training wheels off and go with no skis, barefoot. Now, I was really walking on water. The waves on the water are just like the challenges we face in life, and they can be overcome by buckling down and embracing them. It is always nice to coast on the water with no waves because it is easy. But life likes to put bumps in our journeys, and we will gladly accept them, because that is when we unearth our true potential and make the best memories. My final message to my fellow Tully class of 2020 is if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. We have persevered through many challenging times together as a class, but now I challenge you to carve your own path. Teeter on the edge, and when you fall, to get back up even stronger. And remember that you will always have the class of 2020 behind you to support you on life's adventures. Enjoy the ride.
Can you believe that we're finally here? It's not like I ever imagined it would be. All our lives, adults have told us that this is the ultimate goal. We graduate, and that's it. You're off to the real world. Good luck. Now that we're here, we can see that we've been sold an oversimplification. The way we've been told, life is something that happens to us, that with a dream and some determination, we can do anything. We've been told all the cliches. You, the children, are the future. You can do anything. As much as we want this to be true, life is rarely so straightforward and simple. Yes, we can accomplish great things. We can impact the future. But these things don't just happen. We have to work for them, struggle through obstacles. Life isn't just something that happens to us. It is something we must work for, something we must play an active role in. It is easy enough to sit back and just coast through life. But as much as we may want to, we shouldn't. We need to be active participants in our own lives if we want to achieve our goals. We need to take action if we want to be the ones to decide our futures. Yes, it will be tough at times. There will be highs and lows, joys and sorrows. Nonetheless, it is possible for us to do great things. It will take more than just hard work and determination, but we can make it. Our time in Tully has taught us a lot and given us the skills and resources to make it far in life. I can't pretend that I know the best way to move forward. After all, I am going through this with you. That being said, I do know one thing. Cling to your friends. The friendships we have formed here have helped us through so much. We struggled through the most awkward phases of life, and these friendships have been what kept us afloat. Our friends have been there through the good and the bad, giving us hope, joy, and motivation. Although we are going our separate ways, these bonds will remain. So, with all that being said, go out there and make life happen. We got this.
Nicole Marie Ball, valedictorian, University at Buffalo, biochemistry. Ian Patrick Byrne, salutatorian, Villanova University, civil environmental engineering. Anna Patricia Moss, Brigham Young University, pre-medicine. Ethan James Selmser, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, civil engineering. Jade Marie Dillenbeck, Lemoyne College, biology, PA program. Taylor Leanne Coteri, University at Buffalo, psychology. Marissa Gail Scalza, Potsdam, Crane School of Music, music education. Angela Catherine Touchette, University of Maine, sustainable agriculture. Sarah Jo Dodona, Nazareth College, physical therapy. Allison Jane Kolajajic, SUNY Potsdam, creative writing. Joseph Tyler Argus, Alfred State College, heavy equipment. Iris Rose Bassett, SUNY Albany, international business. Nicholas Alexander Benedetto, SUNY Oneida, biology. Rachel Elizabeth Biggs, University at Buffalo, occupational therapy. Brian Thomas Brame, employment. Colby Richard Braun, SUNY Cortland, sports management. Noah William Brothers, taking a gap year. Nathaniel William Cattell, SUNY Purchase, jazz studies. Justin Scott Chago, employment. Justin Collins, undecided. Anthony John Cook, employment. Ashlyn Savannah Craig, Tompkins Cortland Community College, business. John Michael Custer, undecided. Tegan Riley Cutting, taking a gap year. Cameron Elizabeth Denick, Cayuga College, ASL interpreting. Ethan Paul Depew, SUNY Morrisville, liberal arts. Nathan Alexander Dillmore, taking a gap year. Cameron Allen Downey, SUNY Morrisville, horticulture. Constantino Blaze Farrow, SUNY Oswego, finance. Cassandra Lee Fisher, Bryan and Stratton College, business. Allison Lee Giroux, SUNY Oswego, communications and public relations. Logan Jonas Gillette, military. Michael Benjamin Korinsky, Onondaga Community College, computer science. Sarah Rachel Korinsky, SUNY Oneida, secondary history. Matthew Joseph Kelly, Arizona State University, popular music. Travis Evgeny Kent, employment. Kyle Jacob Coons, employment. Maggie Alice Liddell, College of Environmental Science and Forestry, Conservation, Biology. Brooke Rose Malchik, SUNY Morrisville, Early Childhood Education. Amber Hope Maloney, employment. Brooklyn Taylor Marshall, employment. Chelsea Teresa Phillips, military. Megan Noel Porter, employment. Dylan Scott Rosecrans, employment. Jonah Axel Shea, Alfred State College, electrical construction and maintenance. Eleni Grace Steenberg, Onondaga Community College, psychology. Nathaniel Stewart, undecided. Cameron Trammell, employment. Grace Elizabeth Swan, St. Bonaventure University, psychology. Peyton Rose Van Tassel, Onondaga Community College, early childhood education. Ethan James Vaughn, Tompkins Cortland Community College, history. Kylie Marie Walsh, Lemoyne College, pre-medicine. Hannah Rose Weisbrot, employment. James Glenn Wilson, Jr., Tompkins County Community College, undecided. Emily Elizabeth Wolf, Broome Community College, Business Information Management.